This is Nick Bellafatto, and I'm speaking with undefeated rising star Adrien "the Problem Broner" of Cincinnati, Ohio, who's preparing to take on former Olympian Vicente Escobedo on July 21st before a hometown crowd at the U.S. Bank Arena in the second events of his WBO junior lightweight title. Adrien, thanks for joining me and welcome.
What's up? You know, it's always a pleasure to talk on anybody's show. So,
Okay.
You know, I'm hoping.
All right. You're going to appear on an HBO program that airs this weekend, which I'll ask you about shortly. But first, I'd like to touch upon a few other topics to include some of your most recent fights. Although not spectacularly, you got by seasoned veteran Daniel Ponce de Leon. Then you beat down a deer in the headlights in Jason Litzau. You pounded Vicente Rodriguez, who'd fought only once outside of Argentina. That brings us to your most recent fight, where there was a noticeable size difference going up against Eloy Perez, who basically folded after you overpowered him. Granted, these are solid wins, and you look skillful in obtaining them. These fights no doubt represent what you are considered to be at this time, which is up and coming. Are you looking to make a statement on July 21st against an opponent who's considered a step up in Vicente Escobedo to maybe change the up and coming part?
Well, from here on out, they always say, well, this next fight is going to be a step up for Adrien and this and that and this. But, once I get in there and make it look as easy as I do, I never get credit when it's due. It really don't matter. It really don't matter. I'm just going to go in the ring and do what I do best, and that's do what I got to do to get the victory. Come in fresh, flash, dancing, doing me, and you know what? Just put on the best. I'm not just a professional boxer. I'm an entertainer, and I love to entertain.
What do you think this fight will do for you in terms of gaining recognition or securing fights against upper echelon fighters?
I mean, with Adrien Broner on HBO, with Adrien Broner on TV, the people want to see me because I'm fan friendly. The people love to see knockouts, and I'm not saying I go in and try to knock people out, but I'm just blessed with that type of talent where I have the speed and I can punch in both hands. So it only take one guy, a mistake, and that's the end of the fight. So this fight, I will come in. I'm very sharp. I don't look up tape on no fighters. I just stay prepared, and once I get in the ring, once the bell rings, I just make my adjustments and I do what I got to do to get the victory.
Okay, speaking of talent, you no doubt have the tools to reach astronomical heights in boxing, which requires, of course, hard work, dedication, and consistency, traits which, by all accounts, you bear in good measure. To top it off, you're managed by Al Heyman, who's known to work with rising talent such as yourself, a man who seems to get the best deals out there for his clients. Can you talk about that relationship with Al and how maybe you two are on the same page as far as your career development?
Well, me and Al, I call him Uncle Al. He brought me in, and everything he said he's going to do for me, he has done. He's a man of his word. He's solid, and you know what? It's a lot of managers out here. They do funny business with their fighters. I'm not going to throw no names out, but you've heard. It was incidents between some managers but Al, he's 100. He can keep it real with me at all times. We talk all the time, and we got a great relationship, and I'm going to be dealing with Al for the rest of my career, and he wants nothing but the best for me, and that's what you see right now. Adrien Broner is on the rise, and I will be the future pound for pound champion, and I'm already champion right now. And I will be the biggest superstar in boxing.
Man, that sounds good. And right along those lines, Superstar, you're obviously being groomed to become a huge draw in the sport. While at the same time, it seems you're determined to capture various title belts in your division and elsewhere. Now, let me say this, that some marketable fighters who've come upon titles either legitimately or not, and we know who they are, their financial backers have saw fit to preserve or protect them by way of steering them clear of quality competition. Do you think in the long run, people surrounding you, such as Al Heyman and Golden Boy Promotions, do you think they will lay out an easy route for you, or will your aspirations to be the best and fight the best take precedence over everything?
Well, it's not up to me of who I fight, because if it was up to me, I will fight any and everybody, and everybody knows that. I fight whoever signs the dotted line. Whoever wants to fight Adrien Broner, I fight. So with that being said, it's really not about the promoters and managers. At the end of the day, the fighter has the last say so, and the fighter has to sign that contract. So if a fighter wants to fight me, all they have to do is say the word, and I don't ever back down from no fight. I will sign the dotted line, and we can fight it no matter what weight. 35. This is my last fight at 130 anyway. 35. We can meet at 38, 40, whatever, 47. It really don't matter, man. None of these guys are going to beat me.
Okay. Is there a big picture as far as your plans with Golden Boy, or are you taking this thing one fight at a time?
Every fight has to go one fight at a time, because, you can't look past the fighter, you can't look under a fighter, you can't look over a fighter, you can't look around a fighter when a fighter is in your face. So you have to face that fighter first and then move on to the next.
Okay.
So, right now it's all about the Escobedo, and we're going to get that done.
Floyd Mayweather is also represented by Al Heyman, and you've drawn comparisons to Floyd in more ways than one. As one of your favorite, if not most admired fighters growing up, how much do you draw from Floyd, whether style-wise as a ring technician or even personality-wise as an individual, and that some suggest your confidence borders on bravado?
Well, some people fail to realize that it don't matter if it's boxing, football, basketball. It don't matter what your goal is or what your dream is. You have somebody that inspires you. So Floyd Mayweather was one of my biggest inspirations in boxing. When I seen him, I fell in love with his style. I fell in love with what he was doing, because I was also a boxer. And I felt like his style, my style, connected so well that I can take from his style and use it into my own style, and that's what I do. I don't go out there and try to fight like Floyd Mayweather. For what? You'll lose like that. Trying to fight like him, no. I'm going to do some of the things he do that I see that has him successful, and I put it into my own repertoire, and I do what Adrien Broner do. It's been working for me, and my mom always said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, I'm going to keep doing it, and it's some people who look at it as like I'm trying to beat Floyd Mayweather, and it's some people that understand that I'm just taking something good from somebody and taking it into my own.
Okay, that's a great answer. Hey, you're known as a gym rat, but now you're getting attention where you're kind of going out of the box to have to promote yourself, starting with this HBO segment that you're appearing on this weekend. I've always thought that sometimes there's too much outside promotion or over-involvement by fighters where it takes them away from their training, which might be why some of these big pay-per-view fights turn out to be duds. At the same time, fighters from past decades seem to be less involved in the tedious promotion, while fights from the past seem to be on a different level in comparison to what fights are nowadays. Do you feel that extensive involvement in promotions, etc., will hamper your work in the gym, or is this something you're comfortable with and can allow for?
For me, I don't let the promotion get in my way, because I know, you have to promote the fight, but at the same time, that's not my job. I fight, do interviews, do appearances, but I never would take away from the gym time because that's where the fight is won at. When fight time comes, that's like a celebration. That's like I've been working so hard for so many weeks. It's time to celebrate and show what I've worked on. So that's what I do when it comes fight time. That's why I come in laughing, smiling, dancing, because I feel like it's time to celebrate and it's time to entertain and put on the show, and that's what I do.
Okay. You got me buying tickets. Hey, you mentioned this is your last fight at junior lightweight, and I was going to mention that's not really the hottest division in boxing. But with that said, you said you're the can man, and anybody can get it. Africans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans. But of course, the reality is that anybody can't sell tickets. Team Broner has to come up with some solid dance partners at some point. Otherwise, you'll look like a protective fighter, which is exactly some of the things that are killing boxing. Who do you need to get in the ring with to make the term rising star an afterthought, or who do you want to fight?
That's the thing. Adrien Broner don't need no fighter. I have a tremendous following at home. You should see July 21st. The city definitely come out of the city. So it really don't matter. The people are going to watch me because I'm Adrien Broner. I'm something new to the game. I'm bringing a swag. I'm bringing a $1 million smile. I'm having fun, but I'm handling my business. And there's something new to boxing. I'm bringing it back. They say boxing is going down, but I think I can be the one that stays boxing. I'm the missing puzzle piece.
Okay. I was going to ask you, you said it doesn't matter who you fight, and you're not concerned. You got a division that you're leaving that had Uchiyama and two Japanese fighters, Uchiyama and Ao, with title belts, and Juan Carlos Salgado. So I'll leave that alone because you're vacating that division. But then we look up here, and then you're going into the lightweights. You got Antonio DeMarco and Miguel Vasquez, who's underrated, and Sharif Bogaer. So I don't know who you'd want to fight or what's going to come out of that, but I look forward to you moving up again, because there's not that many big names in the junior lightweight division. But let me ask you this. Against Vicente Rodriguez, most recently, you brought one of the greatest little men of all time into the ring with you, and Aaron the Hawk Pryor, who accompanied you in front of your hometown fans in Cincinnati. Was that a conscious effort on your part or your team members to have him make an appearance with you?
Well, actually, Aaron, he was one of my first boxing coaches. He helped out at me my first day in the gym. He was there. We had a great amateur organization, and Aaron he was one of the coaches at the community center. So, me and Aaron, we know each other very well. I still see him on almost weekly. He's a great guy. He always tells me the training ethic that I have reminds me of him. So, he's a great guy. He always stays in shape. Just bringing him in the ring with me, he's like family. This isn't the first time he walked in the ring with me. This is the second time, actually. He actually came to California when I fought Ponce de Leon, too, so. And he will be back in the ring with me on the 21st.
Well, that's interesting that he was helping coach you. You can't argue with him. Are you familiar with him as a fighter and some of his past ring exploits? You watched some of his old tapes?
Yeah, I watched. He was a special guy. Very special guy.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that he beats guys with his feet. A lot of angles, and you got to watch that guy. There's more to him than just throwing blows. Let me quote you here. You said, "Someday I'd like to be mentioned in the same breath as Ezra Charles and Aaron Pryor." Then you go on alluding to the fact that in the ring you want to be a relentless attacker like Pryor, and outside the ring you want to be a classy champion like Charles. Can you comment on how much inspiration and/or boxing knowledge you've acquired from either of these Hall of Fame fighters, and then maybe what specific ways do you try to emulate either?
Both of these fighters were great. They was good, but I'm trying to be beyond great. I'm trying to be one of the best boxers to ever in life come out of Cincinnati, to ever be in boxing, period. And that's what I'm pushing for. And just having somebody look up to like Evan Charles or Empire and being from Cincinnati, just makes me work that much harder.
Apparently, it means the world to you to fight in front of your hometown crowd in Cincinnati. Can you talk about that? And
yes, I love fighting in Cincinnati. Like I said, I have a huge following. They love to see me fight, and I love to put on the show. Man, coming from Cincinnati, born and raised, it just makes you want to put on a more of a big show because everybody is here to watch you. So it don't put no pressure on me because since the first grade, I love the attention, class clown, that was me. And so it is what it is. It's fight time. It's time to put on the show.
Again, word is that you train, you're a gym rat who trains incessantly. When you hear people ascribe the term gifted to athletes or to yourself in particular, and that term can come from announcers, sportcasters, and others whose opinions carry weight, do you think that this creates a perception that you didn't work hard to achieve what you have up to this point, and that magically somehow you just woke up with all this talent?
Steve, this thing, I'm God gifted, and I know that, I understand that, but the reason why I have prevailed to go this far because I have that work ethic. Some people, they lay on their talent, but I have that work ethic that I it's in me. I come from nothing, and I know what it feels like to wake up and not have nothing to eat in the morning, or to go all night without nothing to eat. I really know what that feels like, and I just be down if I go back. So I'm gonna work hard every day like I never had nothing, and it is what it is.
Your father Thomas, he also works your corner, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so he works your corner along with the chief trainer or chief second Mike Stafford. Sometimes father-son teams don't work, sometimes they do. Tell us about your current relationship with your father, and is he the one that inspired you to box from the beginning?
Yes, my dad, yeah. And he brought me to the gym at 6, and I've been in every time, ever since.
Okay. All right, well, now I want to ask you, and we're getting close to wrapping up, I want to ask you about the HBO.
I gotta have an interview. Can you get it up a little?
I'm sorry? Yeah. I got your segment on HBO, which premieres right after Donaire Matabula, is this weekend. The segment's called 2 Days, of which you're the featured subject. Cameras follow you around for 48 hours leading up to your past fight with Eloy Perez. Off the top, it sounds like 24/7, but with old news in that the Perez fight is a done deal. Without giving too much away, can you tell me why fight fans should watch this, and tell me what they might find out about Adrien Broner that they didn't already know?
If you're a true champion, a people's champion, I'm just a kid living a dream. I always dreamed of this, and I'm living. I'm living my dream, and I don't take it for granted. I take it serious. This is my job. This is what I do for my kids and my family, and but one thing about it is, I don't just work hard. I have fun. I love what I do, and that's why I'm so dedicated, and that's why I'm loyal to the sport. I never cheat myself, and that's why I drive and take the extra mile.
Okay, 2 more questions and we're done. Was that program scripted in any way, or did you just do your own thing?
I do my own thing. I'm not a TV guy. I'm not an office guy. I'm real. I'm Adrien Broner. On any given Sunday, if you call me, if you catch me out, if you catch me bowling, if you catch me boxing, if you catch me in the ring, it really don't matter. I'm going to be the same Adrien Broner. I don't do nothing on paper. My life, nobody tells me what to do. You know, if I feel good, I'm gonna do it. If I feel like doing it, I'm gonna do it. And if I want it, I'm gonna have it. That's just the life I'm living.
Adrien, hey, I want to wish you well in your fight with Vicente Escobedo, and thanks for taking time out to speak with me. But before we wrap up, what do you want to relay to fight fans around the world as you prepare for your June 21st fight?
Follow me on Twitter at Adrien Broner. Follow me on Instagram at Adrien Broner. And, support me and I'll fight for you. And just keep watching me, man. For the ones who's not on my side right now, you'll soon be on my side. For the ones who love me, I love y'all. And for the ones who hate me, I still love y'all. So, just